Hey, what's up? Alright, so this is kind of an interesting little thing I wanted to talk about. In this book right here, an Encyclopedia of Heavy Metal by Daniel Buckspan. I was Whoa, I shouldn't hit things on my desk. The Metallica section in here, the author pointed out that like when Cliff Burton died and they got Jason Newsted, I don't know like when they got Jason. I mean, it was like I think it was before they recorded like Injustice for All. I just don't know if it was like in '86 or '87, but it says in here anyway that there was a lot of hazing, hazing Jason, not because the other guys in Metallica were assholes, but just because, there are other bassists that just died and they were still a little, sad over it, rightfully so. But then the author also pointed out that you can't really hear any bass on Injustice for All. And maybe the reason for that is, they took out the bass, they took out Jason's bass just because there was still just kind of being dicks to him because of their grief, I guess. But I mean, that seems kind of improbable though, because I mean, Cliff Burton died in or did he die in like '87? I feel bad for not knowing the exact dates, but it just seems like there's kind of a long period of time in between the two events. Um, but fact is that no, you cannot hear any bass on this album, and I'm not just saying that because he said it. I've listened to the album, and it's very difficult to hear anyway. And I was just along with the fact that you can't hear the bass, I'm sure many would agree that this is not Metallica's best album. I mean, in my opinion, it's better than Load and Reload and and Death Magnetic and the Black Album and stuff. But there is still, other than the bass thing going on, there is still some things going like wrong with it that make it so it doesn't hold a candle to Master of Puppets or Kill 'Em All. And I just thought that I could tie that to one subject: the power of positive thinking. Yeah, that's not really what I'm like preaching here, but I just thought that that's kind of cool. How if you have a positive attitude during the making of the album or any other work of art, if you're just being a dick to people involved in it, that's not gonna help you get anywhere, and ultimately if you're all working together cooperatively, um, it's more likely that you'll make a better album. I think I think that's a fact too. I'm not saying that if you think positively when you do anything it'll turn out better, because that's not true. But it's more likely. You know, um, I just thought that was a cool thing to point out. And there's probably other examples of it other than Injustice for All. Um, so if you wanna, I don't know, if you know of any something like that, that kind of happened. Also, while I'm kind of pointing out books, I got these two books recently. Choosing Death: The Improbable History of Death Metal and Grindcore by Albert Mudrian. I think he's the editor-in-chief of Decibel magazine, I believe. This, I'm about halfway through this. It's awesome. It's so awesome. It's really hard to put down, especially if you're really into death metal. Yeah. Terrorizer magazine says choosing death is a revelation, no matter how much you think you know. And then this one, Precious Metal, Decibel presents the stories behind 25 extreme metal masterpieces, edited by the same guy who wrote that book. If you don't know, Decibel magazine does this thing where they have like a Hall of Fame of albums, and they induct the albums in the Hall of Fame, and what they do is they the one rule is they have to interview every single person who played on the album. And he points out that rule in like the foreword that they're not going to be able to do any Death albums or or Master Puppets or any Pantera because dead men tell no tales. But yeah, this is really really awesome too. Just it kind of they go through every aspect of the album and they just kind of put you right there. It's really cool. Some albums, Heaven and Hell, Morbid Tales, Rain and Blood, Scum, Horrified, Altars of Madness, Cause of Death, Left Hand Path, Tomb of the Mutilated, Destroy, Erase, Improve, Slaughter of the Soul, and the Nightside Eclipse, Transylvanian Hunger, Jane Doe. Yeah, it's really cool. I just kind of wanted to point that out because when I finish these books, I don't know if you guys would want me to do a book review like I do CD reviews or anything. If you want me to do that, let me know. Also, I'm going to pre-order the new Veil of Maya album, and I'll be reviewing that too. So be on the lookout for that, I guess. All right. See ya.